Hello Sagittarius, happy December 2016. So if you are born under the sign of Sagittarius, if Sagittarius is in your moon sign, uh, if it's in your north node or your rising sign, then this is the video for you to watch. So let's see what it is. Okay. The first card is the Emperor card. How interesting is that? The Lovers and the Fool. Okay, Sagittarius, so here you are. You have the Emperor card, and that is a major arcana. So that's very good. And you have the Lovers as your second card, and then you have the Fool as your third. So the Emperor card now is reminding you, I'm just going to go like that, is reminding you to just be aware of what you're doing. So what can you be aware of? It could be you being aware of your surroundings. It could be aware of how you are thinking. The Emperor card also reminds us to be aware of our structure. So how are we? Do we feel grounded in the things that we are doing? Do we feel like we have a solid foundation, if you will? Do we feel like we have control of our life? Do we feel like we are a role model, if you will? Do we feel like we are in control of our destiny, our life? So whenever I get this card, I always tell people to see the bigger picture, to see what it is that is going on in your life. You know, gather up ideas, gather up plans that you may have. Be reasonable also. Um, get a big view of all the whole entire situation. So whenever I get this card, it's like seeing the bigger picture. Okay, and for your reading, Sagittarius, it seems like you're going to have a lot of fun because next to that you have the Lover's card. So if you're in a relationship, you have to really, I feel like this is like a love reading for you guys in December, and this is good because your birthday is like the end of November and the beginning parts of December, right? So this is like, okay, uh, knowing what you want out of the relationship, and it might change. It might change into a Two of Cups, but right now it's the Lovers for you. And this is good. You're happy in this. So knowing what you want out of a relationship. So whenever I get like the Two of Cups or the Lovers card, it really draws it into relationship energy, right? So knowing what it is that you want out of your love life and your relationship. And you know, of course, the Emperor card can play, doesn't have to be just the love, it could be everything in your life, but it's really looking at that Lover's card. Then you have the Fool card coming in, and you know, everyone is judging the Fool, and of course the name, you're like, oh, that's foolish, but some things that seem foolish really aren't, it's not foolish at all. But for the love relationship, it's like, okay, this is the beginning of the relationship. It's lovers, you know, usually you're not lovers for 10 years, and if you are, then you know you are, okay, big deal. But it's like the beginning of the relationship, and it might feel like it's normal, it's okay, it's innocent. You might feel, you know, spontaneous, right? The Fool is spontaneous, is a free spirit. It always seeks new beginnings. It doesn't want to be bored. It's like the, I always think it's like the childish form of the Hangman, you know, the way it views things. So that could be a blessing too, the way you view things, so you're not overly worried about it. So you're not worried about the relationship, you're just having fun, you're enjoying your life, you're making things happen the way that they are happening, and but you're still in control of your own life, but you're not really worried if the relationship becomes a marriage or more serious. You're just enjoying it right now, and you're having a good time. You're being free, spontaneous, and all of that. So with that being said, you also have to consider the other person's feeling. How do they feel about this? Like, you've worked this out in your head, but you also have to see what that other person is feeling. But this is saying that you're not really worried about that. You're more just concerned about if the relationship is good for you. But it's always a reminder to be clear, okay? Because these two cards next to each other is like a give and take. You know, it's like it's definitely these two, the Emperor and the Lover's cards, like a give and take, and then you might end up with like nothing in the end. So you want to make sure that you consider the other person as well, even though you're having a good time and so on. So this feels like it's all fun right now, and you want to inject fun in your life. It doesn't mean that you don't want a serious relationship. It means that you want the relationship to be fun if you're not in one right now. If you're in one right now, then you're not thinking about it in a serious matter. So make sure that you are clear in that, because with the Emperor card, there's like responsibility. But then these two cards are like, okay, lovers, and the Fool is like very like relaxed feelings about things. It's more fun. It's, you know, and not to say that the lovers can't be committed and respectful. It's more of the new beginning, kind of fun and spontaneous, right? And like new relationships. But remember, the Emperor card is also being able to see all sides of the story. So even though you're feeling confident and in control, is this person strong like you are, or would they be more heartbroken if you're like, bye? You know? So, you know, in your power, you also have responsibility. But this is a fun and good reading. So for the holidays, if you celebrate Christmas and if you celebrate New Year's, then this is fun. So you're injecting some fun into the end of the new year. You could be meeting someone new that could be fun, that could turn into it doesn't mean you have to go crazy, but if you meet someone new, then how do you want the relationship to go? Do you want it to be more serious? This is your hand of playing your cards to that if you're meeting someone in between December into the new year. So you want to make sure that you're in control and of how your mind is going to handle your actions and the relationship. So if you want it to be more of a steady relationship, that could lead to that. If you feel that it is, you have to be aware of not making it into something that it's not, because it's the Lovers and it's like a free kind of free spirit thing. So I hope you enjoy this reading, and I hope you enjoy December into the new year, and I will see you guys next time.